Hi there, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the backyard and we're going to empty these containers that have escallonia in them and put the escallonia out in the landscape and then replace the shrubs in the containers with different shrubs for the winter. So let me show you what's going on over here and we'll get started on the project. All right, so in front of the greenhouse and in front of the fence, we have these gray containers, and these are escallonia shrubs planted in here. We've had them in 2 seasons, maybe 3. For sure 2 seasons, and they are babies off of this shrub right here, the largest shrub on our property. And that shrub itself is failing and will be taken down this winter. We're not replacing it with this one because if we want to keep an escallonia there and we cut out all the old stuff, a brand new shrub will grow from the the trunks. So I'm not worried about that. We placed these in here as cute little, I kept them in little balls. They looked really cute, but they've just gotten too large for their containers and they want to get really big. So obviously I can't keep cutting them back. They're not bonsai plants. And then we have, in our back side of our property, we don't have a fence and our neighbors cut down their trees and we have a clear view to their property. And so we're just going to start planting things that we know will do well in sun or shade and get quite large and be fairly maintenance free. So we're going to plant those out there and put some different shrubs in here. In these containers, I do have a carnation and a begonia. And I'm going to take those out and place them in this container. I don't think I have anything left in this container. So let me show you the shrubs that we're going to grab and place in these containers. And then we'll take these out and place them out in the landscape. How exciting is it that we're actually taking plants off of this table for once? So we are planting these 2 shrubs, which have this really beautiful berry on this one and a really gorgeous dark colored flower on that one. So these are skimmia japonica. This one is the female with the berries. And this one is the male with the flower. And they say male and female. And they, so they do need each other to pollinate and create the berry. And so they could be placed, I think I read 8 feet, but those are going to be about 6 feet apart from each other. And they will get too big for those containers and we will want to put them in the landscape eventually. But I didn't want to leave them in these little containers for the winter. And it was time to move the escallonia anyway.
Yay. Oh god. Yay.
definitely gonna need your help on this, or I'm gonna hurt myself.
I'm on it, man.
Thinking, put it in this and then tip it so we don't make a big soil mess everywhere.
Very good.
Just tip it.
Yeah.
Should just pull through. Unless they're circling, they should just pull through.
For me.
Great. Definitely. Circling, circling, circling.
For sure. Our holder doing. Our holder
You could see the bottom of the container is in here. Yeah. Break off this.
Yeah. There's
Careful, because it goes all the way around.
Yeah.
It's rooted all the way.
Wow.
Okay. Great.
There's him now.
Uh-huh.
Our holder down there, you know.
Just try tipping it right here.
I got it hot. I got it hot.
Bottom too. It's root pruning. All right.
Alright.
Great.
Our holes are nowhere near big enough.
Well, like I said, they were very much ready to be removed from their containers. So we have these two escallonia here, and we've been back here many times. Our compost is over here. This house was built a year ago, and what I really would like to do is just create a little bit of a screen between us. And so we've prepped a couple holes. We're gonna put one right there, and I have another one that we can put over there, kind of in a trio, and just let this whole space kind of get filled in. This one is just our side of the border, and the edge of our house is right there, and our property line is only like 2 feet away from that garage. So yeah, we're just gonna fill in this space with the escallonia, and hopefully it'll just create some sort of a screen there.
Ready? Ready?
Okay, there we go. They're all in their new homes, and hopefully this will motivate us to get out here and get some ivy cleaned up. We have to come up here and pull them off away from the trees every year anyway, so this will just extend that further around. But they are snug in their new spaces. They are going to do great out here, I think. I hope. So we've got the 2 escallonias there, and then coming up closer to the house, we planted this variegated, it's a euonymus, right?
Some kind, yeah.
Of some kind. Golden thread or golden rod or something.
I think so.
Anyhow, we planted it 2 years ago.
It's even longer than that.
Maybe 3.
Probably 3 years now.
And we never water it, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And obviously it would probably be bigger if we did. But it's clearly alive and puts on new growth every year. And, you know, that just speaks to the resilience of native and naturalized plantings. Escallonia is a sort of in our area are considered a little bit of a nuisance plant, or certainly an aggressive plant, because they just grow everywhere in the sun and the shade. They get huge. You have to maintain them, or they just keep getting more and more huge. And I think that it's just about planting the right plant in the right space. And for us, this is going to be great because it's going to screen our view, and it's going to be on the edge of our property where it doesn't matter how big it gets. It's also planted into our property line enough so that when it does get large, it shouldn't cross over anybody's paths. And if it does, you could see our neighbors at this point in time have just got like a wooded area just like we do, so it's not going to be a big deal if the escallonia goes over a foot or 2, and if it does, then we could just cut it back. It's not a big deal. Since I'm here, I could show you the viewpoint of the escallonia on the other side and why it's going to have to get removed. So this is the escallonia from the other viewpoint, and let me get in there. You could see how in the ice storm last January, it kind of just got all splayed out, and I really need to get in there and remove all of those branches. In addition to that, the lower branches of that escallonia have all rotted, and so it's just the whole plant is old and tired and needs to come out. But her babies will live on the other side of the property, and I'm happy about it. All right, let's go plant up these skimmia. All right, now that those pots are empty and they pretty much were totally cleaned out by the root ball, there's not anything in there that I need to worry about cleaning. So we're gonna fill these pots up with organic raised bed mix. They are made for outdoor containers. It's the G&B brand. We like it. We've used it a lot. Gardner and Bloom Organics. And then we'll get the plants in the container. definitely want to have some room, that's for sure. They're not circling yet though, so
no,
they're
it's good, yeah.
right on the edge. There we have it, 2 skimmia in fresh soil with some compost, and I think those will last there a couple of years, just like our escallonia did. Just gives this space a nice evergreen anchor point when there's so much, typically so much annual activity that goes on around this space. It's nice to just to bring the bank of evergreens here over to this space in front, because then again we have all deciduous back there. Spencer and I were talking, we want to put an evergreen back in the back of that space, so we'll be changing things up back there, but I'm really excited. We got our escallonia out on the property line. We've got our skimmia in bigger containers. And we even saved all of the dianthus and the begonias and a larkspur in this little container. And there's more than enough room for it to get bigger and pop a little annual in there next year. That is a project that I've had on my list for quite some time. So I'm really excited to have it done. And I'm sure all of the plants are very excited to have it done as well. Those escallonias were definitely circling and root bound. They're going to be thrilled to have all the room they need to expand. And those skimmias were not root bound, but definitely getting close, and they had filled out their container with roots. So nice healthy root systems. They're going to be really happy in the next phase of their life, that they'll get to hang out in there for a while until we find another place on the property for them to live. They do not get as big as escallonia, so they'll be easier to tuck in once we want to move them out of these containers. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you're celebrating your life, and I hope that I see you in the next video. So make sure that you like and you subscribe, and please comment below and let us know that you're watching and that you're enjoying the videos. We love hearing from all of you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.